Hey everyone, welcome to the Frank and Alex show. How you doing, Alex?
Hey, yeah, seriously. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Just to explain to everyone who is tuning in, we had a last minute cancellation, as in a few seconds ago. I guess this looks a little bit better. I'll back off a little bit. Just a few seconds ago, so we're not going to be doing a full show tonight. But we are going to talk a little bit. Just check in, see if everyone's okay. If you're watching, please join us in any of the chats. We'd love to have some company tonight.
100%.
But other than that, how are you doing, Alex? How's this past week been for you?
All right. So it was been very fun, good week. I got this new sweatshirt from Bucky's from Morgan. Remember Morgan, who did our show a while back? Awesome. So this time last year, February break, I went down to visit her in Austin and got stuck in that snowstorm. That happened last year. So as a present to her, I sent her a snow brush from New England to get her ready for the storm coming in. And then she sent me some Bucky's gear. So that was a little trade-off.
I love that.
And then I've been just neck deep in the new Pokemon. Legend Arceus. It's great. I know a lot of people are hating on the graphics a bit, but it's what I've wanted in a Pokemon game for a long time.
Nice.
Lots of side quests which you never see. Yeah. So the things I like about it, it's side quest heavy, which is kind of cool. Filling out a Pokedex actually means filling out a Pokedex. So you don't just catch a Pokemon, it tells you everything. You have tasks you have to complete with each Pokemon to 100% it. And there's no gyms. Instead, you work for a company that's doing surveys, and as you collect more data, you get the next tier of you can now collect level 50 Pokemon and use these new recipes to create these new balls. It's lots of crafting. It's more like a traditional JRPG than Pokemon's ever been, which is kind of nice.
That's neat. Since I'm leaving the house more these days, I finally dusted off Pokemon Go, which I haven't touched since the pandemic, really. But it's interesting. I have my own particular play style. I'm in it for the pictures, the weird pictures I could take with Pokemon. I basically play Pokemon Go Snap. I'm just taking pictures of myself with the Pokemon. That's it, which is infuriating to my Pokemon Go diehard friends who may be watching right now, but I don't give a damn. Just taking selfies.
If you want a similar one that's very fun, is the Jurassic World game they put out from that's the similar style. They let you take pictures in the world with dinosaurs and just add the dinosaurs you catch to real things. So for a group of friends once, I walked the Freedom Trail in Boston and added dinosaurs to the Freedom Trail as we went through and talked to revolutionary history.
I can't believe I've never thought about doing that, because I did play it for a while. There was a kick. I was on a kick for a while playing all these AR games. There was The Walking Dead had one, which really just sings for one, but it didn't come out too well. It almost, you never use the AR camera. The zombies might as well just be on the phone. But I don't know. My favorite part of these games isn't so much the locales, because they're very secondary. You're just spinning a disc or something. It's not really that. It's taking pictures at the locations with virtual monsters, because I'm a child. I am playing. I think I mentioned this the last time we did.
How was Anime Lunch?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We did our first episode. I got to do a deep dive on Astro Boy, which I had not seen since I was a little kid.
Very cool.
1963's Astro Boy. I think I watched it in the early 80s. Had no idea what I was watching, and then did a little research on it. Presented our little mini documentary on Fred Ladd, the guy who kind of pioneered Westernization in anime. And we watched 4 episodes up until midnight, which is incredible for me. I don't stay up that late anymore. And it was a lot of fun. It was nice being in like anime club again. Yeah, it's good.
Super cool.
Yeah. I'm also dusting off. I mentioned this the last time we kind of had an impromptu thing. I bought the bundle, the charity bundle for healthcare workers from 2020, and I am playing Ruins of the Undercity. I've just learned how to solo play, and I'm thinking about maybe even recording it and streaming it. It's a weird.
That's cool.
Solo tabletop is something I've never really done before, but it seems to be a big thing. I guess that's not true. I mean, it's choose your own adventure in many ways with tables. Yeah. So I don't know. It's fun. Other than this weekly Dungeon Not Included, which we've delayed for the last couple weeks now, I don't get a chance to role play. So I think that might be a fun thing to try out.
Yeah, that's neat. That's neat.
They're keeping busy. I hear tell. I don't know if we should reveal this on this private stream. I hear tell that Brennan is working on getting a special guest for the podcast to help us.
That's what I've gathered too.
Yeah.
So I mean, fingers crossed. I think we. Do you want to reveal? You can reveal if you want.
No, I think we should, just in case, and then I'll get like a pet on the camera if we can't get the actual person. But yeah, someone who will teach us how to play while we play, and it'll be a lot of fun. I think it would be a lot of fun to do this. I had a blast with these characters, and the game is much more my speed than the serial numbers on it Shadowrun, which is too much for me. But it would be nice to play with somebody who definitely knows all the tricks and whistles to get us the most bang for our buck on that. So mixed metaphor.
In all fairness, I feel like we still were trying to get our bang for our buck playing Bulldogs, and we had the creator with us GMing.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. We somehow turned Fuck It's Dracula into a 2-session game.
Yeah.
It was basically flip a coin, roll one die and see what happens, and we were still like, we gotta continue. This art needs full fruition. I would love to see you run a game, Alex, at one point.
I'm all for that down the line. I've as I said, I've thrown out there my genres of choice are always like a kids on bikesy kind of thing. So either like a Tales from the Loop or a Monster of the Week with characters who are aged down. Or Kids on Bikes itself. I think any of that would be very fun. And it would be a little different from what we've been doing too, in terms of like characters.
That's my sweet spot, I think, in playing. I really want to play Kids on Bikes, Monsters of the Week would be great. And Tales from the Loop, I've only ever heard of through you, but it sounds awesome, and I would be definitely.
It's cool. It's got a lot of that same sort of kids, like that age range. Like your characters can like once you reach 16, your character can't play anymore. Right? They're all between like 10 and 16. The younger the kids are, the more luck they get because it's supposed to be like a TV show, right? Like the one who's gonna like walk off the cliff almost and be totally fine. Of course, is gonna be the little kid, right? In the group. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. They have some cool rules, and the world is neat. It's it's a world in which a super collider exists, and it gives us all this advanced technology from the future. But the side effect is it also releases dinosaurs as well as AI into our world. So it's like it's a cool, like weird space to play in.
I love it. Yeah, that sounds really good. That is my sweet spot, as I said. I think. For me, tabletop role playing is always going to be very nostalgic. There's something about it that's parents' basement, play with like there's an aesthetic there. So even as our tools get better and our games get better, and we're not playing the same boring games we played in the 80s, like I kind of want to go back into that period of youthful exploration. Yeah, I like that. Neat. Very neat. Other than that, I mean, we're good. We're having a fun time. We keep having, I think it's weird. We're doing a remote show, but, I think it's the holiday season and the hard winter always hits us. This is usually the
Yep.
time we find lots of because you're feeling a little under the weather. You don't want to do a stream. Um,
Yeah.
but
give someone a computer virus.
Yeah, of course, we don't need another pandemic. For the people watching, if you have any questions for us on any of the characters we've played in any of the arcs, please shoot us a comment in any of the chats, and we'll get to it. Otherwise, we're just gonna hold off for a couple more minutes and then probably say goodbye. Just a little bit of private stuff, not private stuff, but like personal stuff. That's the word I was looking for. How's the homestead coming along?
Good. We were a little worried about we just had all this snow.
Yeah.
And we only have one power line that connects the house to the grid. So we had to go get a handyman to check out and get our generator ready to go. We haven't needed to use it, which is good, but it was good to bring them in. We're still doing exterior stuff. Our next step is we're actually in the process of getting solar. So that'll be kind of cool. We have to redo our roof anyway. So we figured might as well cut down. We only have we have a well and electric heat, so electricity is our only utility we pay for. So getting something to help cut that would be great.
So what I love about this, first of all, is we're reestablishing that there is definitely a Find Alex AR game that is going on underneath the podcast. There are hints. You have to find where there was a storm somewhere in America across the last week, and you can narrow it down. The other thing is, I'm sure most of what you're saying is true, but I also feel like some of it could be fake, and just enough to make it more elaborate. We have one power line that connects us to the grid, and also, we are mandated, but the house actually belongs to the sheep that are free roaming outside, but that's just a technicality. I love it. I just like little half truths sparkled in. Yeah, that's good. We need to get a generator plugged in because I cannot afford to lose power in this house with a baby that is currently fighting sleep because of teething. And
how's that going?
I mean, we're fortunate. If this is the worst that it gets, teething and an occasional cold, knock on wood. But I need that sound machine to stay on. I've dug up cassette tapes and D batteries just in case. I'm serious. I have a cassette of white noise just in case. That's
awesome.
It has to stay asleep through the night. I feel so bad when he does it. He's so cranky. But yeah, things are okay in the Dungeon Not Included household. Again, our two co-hosts could not make it tonight because of last minute. Probably they're just involved in an alternate game stream somewhere, I assume. Right?
Sure.
Rival podcasts probably picked them up, those jerks. We don't have any comments coming in through the chat about our characters. I just wanted to say I always enjoy your characters, Alex. They're a lot of fun. They're
thank you.
Everyone is unique. I love them all.
Well, one could say the same thing about yours. So I agree. I mean, we went from we've done everything from asshole teddy bear to fungus sorcerer. So it's a pretty fun group a very fun group to play with. I'm glad we've done it for as long as we have, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do so.
Yeah. We try to have some range here. It's not just angry teddy bears. Sometimes it's sweet, lovable fungal sorcerers who make angry kaiju monsters, which I hope will not come back and bite me in the ass at some point. Definitely will. All right. I think we've, said our goodbyes and our condolences for everyone. Again, thank you for stopping by, stream fans. We do regret it was a last minute cancellation, but we'll be back hopefully next week with more Running in the Shadows and maybe some guest stars and things like that. Alex, anything you want to share before we sign off?
I got nothing. This is my only current thing, so I don't have anything to pitch or to throw out there. So
I am going back.
You got another episode of Anime Lunch, I assume, coming up soon.
Yes, I don't know exactly when. We kind of just I really rushed it out for January because I realized we were running out of January
Mhm.
and I wanted to do one this month. I'm thinking monthly, but I don't know exactly when. We maybe Wednesdays are a better day than Friday nights. Maybe people have more of a
Here's a
life than
question
I do.
for you.
Mhm.
Question for you. Having done Astro Boy, the 1973, have you seen didn't they make a remake like a decade ago of
Yeah,
it?
there was a modern CGI movie, modern
Any
as in
good? Have
within
you
the
seen
last.
it?
Like, I have not seen it. It
It'd
looks a
be
little
interesting if
weird.
your anime lunch also included like all the remakes that came later of some of those things too, because
That
like
it
there's a lot of that. Like look at like what they did with Lupin the Third, and then Lupin the Third now, where it's like all they made the CGI and all
That's
that
right.
stuff. So I bet you could find a lot of those 70s, 80s animes, and then modern retellings, reversions of them.
There's enough time between them that I'm certain that some people only ever experience the more modern version of the anime
Mhm.
and didn't even know that it had like deeper roots. So that would be interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting to dig through that and see what we could do. Plus, we're doing it on Discord, so that means everything is illegal. We're just airing whatever we want. Does it sometimes,
Mhm.
randomly porn. No, we're not gonna
Yep.
do that. It's just
Never.
too much. It would just take too it'd take too long. We can't open the door for that. That'll just take us forever. Endless
I'm sure that
amounts.
Discord exists, but
Oh yeah,
not
and
not
it's
ours.
deeply more popular than anything we have. But yes, that might be fun. I have not actually. I don't even know if I can. I'm gonna look to see if I can find a copy of that. I've only ever seen stills, not even the trailer. I think
Yeah.
for the modern Astro Boy, but it lends itself well because he's supposed to look a little weird. He's supposed to look robotic, so that might be fun. Do you have a favorite
Cool.
anime from that period that you would want to watch again? Maybe something
So
you haven't seen
my
or thought of
my
in a while?
first so my first exposures to anime, I've only recently started actually watching real series, but my first exposures were coming home from school when I was younger, and a buddy of mine would be watching Toonami on a regular basis on adults. What was it, Cartoon Network? And so my first like the shows that I really remember were like Outlaw Star. I
Hmm.
liked, and I remember watching a lot of Dragon Ball, and I just never got it. Like the first episodes I saw, I clearly remember it was him and someone else were making spirit bombs, which was super cool looking, but it was literally like 3 episodes in a row of Goku just going like this. And I'm like, I don't understand how you can watch people banter for an hour and a half holding balls and then the day ends and no one's thrown them. Like I
Yeah.
don't that this to me wasn't a thing. I did for a little bit get into some Gundam for a little while, and that was
Nice.
when they made a game a couple years, probably decade or so ago. From the people who made Dynasty Warriors, they made Dynasty Warrior Gundam, and you could just run around in your different Gundam suits, and that was like a really good backdoor into anime for me. Was give me
Yeah.
a video game, and then I'll learn more about it. And
Right.
my recent ones that I've been watching a lot of. I watched all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because that was very good. I was told that was a great just like if you want a good story, watch this. So I did that, and then my students all got me, of course, watching My Hero Academia because they're all obsessed with it.
Right.
So I had to at least get the inside jokes they were talking about and stuff. But
That was
that's
doing your
really
due
my
diligence.
exposure to anime as a whole.
Yeah, that's great. I love the fact that as an educator, you're doing due diligence by watching My Hero Academia.
Oh, I have to maintain my rep as the cool teacher, so
Yeah. No, yeah,
I
absolutely.
have to know some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
incredible. It's incredible to me how big and like ubiquitous it is. It's everywhere, and it's like it's great. I love it, but it's been so long since I've watched anything new, like sat down and watched anything new. So like this is a great excuse to get back and watch some stuff.
Oh,
But yeah,
absolutely.
Dragon Ball Z is definitely the opposite of Chekhov's gun. You can have a weapon on screen and nothing will happen with that weapon for quite a while.
Yep.
quite a number of episodes before anybody shoots that.
Chekhov's spirit bomb.
Goku's spirit bomb should be a separate entry for when there's a weapon and it never really gets never used on camera for quite a while. I love the fact that we're getting more and more viewers as we're sticking around. People are like, you gotta hear these guys talking about Chekhov's spirit gun. But yes, Dungeon Not Included, not going on this week. We'll be back hopefully next week with all new adventures with your faves, us. And yeah, it's another great opportunity to get caught up. This is a kind of a big arc. I think this would have been our 13th episode in this arc, so there's a decent amount to listen to and catch up. We eventually start learning how to play the game. Trust us. Last like 2 or 3 games, we've been doing okay. And there's a couple of 0 episodes where we establish that we don't know what we're talking about. Yeah. All right. So, Alex, it was nice talking to you again. And everyone out there, please catch up on the podcast. There's going to be new episodes coming, hopefully by next week. And we love you.
We do.
Emotionally, like it's a real thing. There's a connection. Yeah. Bye.